Всем привет, это 45-й урок. Здесь мы будем учиться, как отправлять сообщения.
Alrighty guys, welcome to your 45th tutorial, and in this lesson I'm going to be teaching you guys how to send messages, because remember, whenever we are able to type stuff into that text box, what it's going to do is there's going to be a listener that sits on that text box, and it basically waits for you to type in a message and hit enter. Once you hit enter, it's going to grab all the stuff from inside your text box, and it's going to call it on this method that says send message. So what this method does is it sends a message to whoever you're connected to. So of course it probably would be a good idea to, build this method so it actually worked. So what this is going to do is send a message to client, which is basically the computer that's connected to the server, and private void send message. Now, just to clear things up, send message is different from the show. Wow. You know what? Saying send message and show message are very complicated. Alright, so send message sends a message to the client, and what show message does is it pretty much displays both of your guys' messages on the main chat area, so you can see the history of your conversation. So again, what we're going to be doing is coding the method send message right now, and what this does is send a message to someone else. So again, the send message method takes one parameter, string message, which is basically what did you type into that chat area, what do you want to send? Well, like everything else, it's a good idea to put this in a try catch statement. I'm sorry guys, but it's good practice. So try and catch IO exception. And what this is going to do is it's pretty much going to catch an exception if for some reason it was unable to send your message. So what we'll do is chat window append, and remember that chat window is the main area that you view all of your guys' messages. And what append means is basically stick this into the chat area so you guys can see it. Might as well put caps lock. Error. I can't send that message for some reason. So hopefully you should never see that, because I don't know, maybe a bug running in our server midway through sending the message, and we would get something like that. But in most cases you just want to be able to send it successfully to the client or to the other person. So whenever you do that, this is how you do it. Output, which remember our output is our stream that sends data or messages away from us to someone else. So that's what we need to tap into. Write object. Now the write object method is a method that's built into Java, and what this does